Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. I'm not in the studio. I'm not in the yarn room. Like you're like, I sound like, what the heck, lady? Get it together. You never know where you're gonna be. But I wanted to show you. I had some new acquisitions with some of my yarn storage problems that I got going on all the time. So I wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you the things that I'm taking or that I'm planning on at this point at taking on my vacation and what I'll be working on. I don't know if I'll be able to film much at all there, or put up a video because I don't know if there'll be internet. We're going to Ocean City, Maryland. I know they would have internet there, but I don't know if I will have access to it unless I go to like McDonald's. So I wanted to put this out and let you know what I was going to be working on. And today is Monday, President's Day, so happy President's Day if you're in the United States. And if you're getting the day off for that, yay, yay, yay. I'm off on Mondays anyway, so it doesn't matter. My husband is off, so I'm trying to squeak this video in while he ran to do some running around because I always feel like I need to entertain him when he's not at work. There's no reason for that. We've been married 35 years. The man can entertain himself. But I always feel like if I'm like we should be doing something together when we're together. So it's not that I actually need to entertain him. It's just that I feel like we should be doing things together when we're together. So I don't like to film when he's home unless he's napping. But he's not home, so I've got a few minutes. And because it is Monday, the whatever day it is today, it's a week from last Monday. And I have a giveaway for 3 patterns from Anita's Yarn Over Hook Creations, the Jumpin Jax, the Avalanche Snowman, and the Jojobi, which are up in the yarn room. I should have brought them down, but I forgot. And it's 3 flights. I'm not going back up. You saw them in the last video. But that's what you'll win. And I'll do that at the end of the video. And this is Amigurumi Wars. I do have one finished object to show you that I finished since the last video, and that is my cactus. This is part of the hashtag Amigurumi Wars 2022. I know it's not green, but it's blue and yellow, and that makes green, so just pretend. I did put green on the top. It is not green because it did not have any green scrubby yarn, and it was supposed to be made out of scrubby yarn. But I had a lot of yellow scrubby yarn, so I thought, oh, I'll use the yellow. And I just started using it and pretend that my cactus was dying. It's really hard to kill a cactus, though, let me tell you. But the story was the yellow, and I don't even, it was scrap. I don't even know who it was from. But the yellow, the scrubby yarn is really hard on my hands. I don't like working with it. Do you guys have that problem? It's like it's so rough it like wants to wear my fingers off. So, which is good for scrubbing. I mean, I'm not, that's what you need. But I know that if you put another yarn with it, it's a lot easier on your hands. So I added the blue scrap, and I did blue because blue and yellow make green. So I did put a green flower on the top, which the pattern called for a flower on the top. And I did not, and it's bigger than what it should be because I used the 2 yarns. So I made my own pot, and that's brown scrubby. That's, they're all probably, the Premier scrubby, or the Premier, this probably Premier, the kitchen cottons. It's all the kitchen cottons. They're all kind of the same. In my opinion, the ones I've used anyway. So that's what these are, and that is my finished amigurumi for 3rd amigurumi for this month. So yay for me. And so that's this. And speaking of amigurumis, that leads me into scrap yarn. I have been like having a hard time deciding where to put my scrap yarn and what to do with it so that I can see it, because I'm finding that in doing amigurumis you use scrap yarn. You need a little bit of this color for the eye, you need a little bit of that color for the, and I found out that I have a lot of scrap yarn. Some of it's pretty good size balls of scrap yarn, and but they're not like not big enough to actually, make something big with, obviously. And so I want to be able to have easy access and see the scrap yarn to know what's there when I go to make something like this size. And I was thinking shelves, I was thinking poles, I was thinking, all different kinds of things. And what happened was my husband and I were in Walmart yesterday, which is, we don't go there often, but we were in there and I'm in line and he went to get one more thing and found these three drawer shelves for $10. They were on clearance. They were just marking them down. So I got a purple one and I got a green one. One of these may or may not end up in the camper for our clothes when the camper season starts and we can get out there. Right now we just kind of shove them in a closet, but it would be nice to have them in a little dresser. And since we don't get a lot of company there anymore, I have a whole back room that I could put them in. So probably the purple one will go to the camper if I decide to take it there. But I really like it here because I crochet on the couch, which is right over there. And if I'm going to make an amigurumi, I don't want to have to run up 3 flights of stairs because I need a little bit of yellow for a hair. So in here, they're all of my scraps, balled up, caked up mostly. There's a couple that need to be caked up, but I tried to color coordinate the drawers. And like I say, they're mostly, some of them are really good sized scraps. This might be nearly a full skein of something that I frogged. It probably is, and probably should be up in the yarn room as a full skein, but I don't know what the yarn is. It's blue. It's light blue. I like it. I will use it for a bigger project. But then I have, small blue. This would make, I was deciding as I was putting them in there, this might make a really cute pair of stonewashed jeans for a doll. This might end up going with me on vacation. I'm going to leave it out just in case. So that's what's in this one. And this is why I'm sitting down here on the floor. So I can show you. Let me lower you just a little so you can see them better. So that's what they look like. And they were $10. And I'm like, okay, for $10 we can do that. And it's not hideous to have it in my living, across from my living room. This is like a foyer. I don't know. This is where we put the Christmas tree. This is where, if you've been with me for a long time, hey, thanks for hanging out. And if you're new, I used to have my yarn on this wall. And I outgrew this. It started with a little section about this big, and then it got bigger. And then I got this wall, and then I had two. So then I went upstairs and what is now my yarn room. And now I've expanded to the studio, but the studio is not really yarn. It's like mostly other stuff that needed a place to live. And that's where that other stuff is. There are, like, my crochet books are up there. Well, I'll give you a tour when it's completely done. It's not completely done, and this is one of the reasons, because I couldn't figure out what to do with all this. And then this green one has crocheted finished objects in it, mostly. Well, not the top shelf. These are blankets. This is the shawl that my lovely Trisha made me from Mama Swift 3. She made me this shawl, and it's beautiful, and I wear it, and so it's down here. And then these are my Christmas blankets, my husband's Ruana, my sweater that I made, my duster. Jaxie's shawl that Jaxie that I want is over here on this chair. I wear that too. And then this is my Ruana, which is my, they were supposed to be for the camper. And we do wear them at the camper, but I brought them home to wash them and store them for the winter. And as it turns out, they're really comfortable and big and cozy. And it's been really cold this winter. Usually, last winter, I wore this all the time. It was, excuse me, just enough to keep your shoulders warm. This winter it's been a lot colder, and I've been wearing my Rwanda. My husband's been wearing his. Um, and this dark blue thing here is a Rwanda that was like my daughter bought me this a couple years ago for Christmas. And my brother-in-law wears it when he comes over. He sits in front of the windows when we play cards, and he wears it now. But that's what I patterned these off of, the design of it. I'm like, oh, I could crochet one of those. And so I made one for Roy, then I made one for me. And so it's sitting because I had it on earlier. I was walking around the house with it on. It's been chilly. It's not so cold today, but when you get up from your nice toasty warm bed, it's nice to sit down on the couch and curl up with a cup of coffee and a nice warm blankie, which is kind of how that is. So anyway, then this bin right here is all the little tiny scraps. Not the cut off ends, but not big enough to ball up, like to cake up. That's what's in there. I don't know what you do with that stuff. But Trisha, again, from Mama Swift, everybody knows Trisha Swift, does not allow you to throw yarn away. So I don't know what you do with those. The little teeny tiny ones you're supposed to stuff your amigurumis with. So I have a bag that I drop that into when I'm crocheting. This, I don't know. I don't know. It's just going to go in there for now. I have small balls that I did put some of in there too. So I don't know. But that's the point of that. Now this corner over here has where I used to keep my whips. Because like I said, I crochet on the couch about 20 feet over that way. And I have whip bags over here, and I had my Swift and all this. This is an old, and it's kind of, I think it's going to go up into the attic, into the studio room, and I'm still going to keep whips. I'll probably just put them right here, but this one is going to go here, and that shelf, I'll turn it. It's a mess over here in the corner. I wasn't going to show you, but it's a work in progress. So this is whip bags. This is where I was keeping my projects. And then up in this top shelf is where I had my ball winder and my Swift and all that was in there. So I think I'm going to take that upstairs for storage. And the whips that I'm, you crochet on something for a little while, then maybe you get bored with it and you need to crochet on something else. That's why I have whips, because I don't just want to work on one thing at a time. I get bored. Particularly if it's a big project. If it's a small project, I just want to get it done. But if it's a big project, it's like you can work on it for so long. My Nan's Next Knots, the monthly crochet alongs. I've been taking them back upstairs to the studio because I film and then I just leave them up there. But then when I need them again, I got to go up there. It's like, that's not fun. So I think they're going to just sit on these shelves. Because I can have easier access to them. And I think this is going to go up to the attic and hold more stuff because I have lots of stuff. All right, so enough of but I'm satisfied with this here. I'm like really happy with that. I think it's a great storage solution for me for right now, particularly with the Amigurumi wars going on, because I'm going to make amigurumis every month, and so I'm excited about that. And my granddaughter is having a birthday, my youngest granddaughter, and I said, Avery, what do you want for your birthday? And she said she wants a new baby. She wants a soft squishy baby, and she wants stuff to go with that baby. And I said, you don't want another like American Girl doll? She said, yeah, that would be okay too. I said, you don't have any good babies? She says, I need a new baby. I said, alrighty. I'm into baby dolls. I used to collect dolls, but my granddaughters were like, ooh, these are creepy. And so I put them away because the grandkids didn't like them. So I have probably 50 porcelain dolls and some vinyl collectibles. So buying a baby doll was okay with me. And I had a specific kind of doll I wanted. I wanted it to be baby size, so 17 to 20 inches. I wanted it to have, soft arms and face, vinyl. I wanted it to have rooted hair, and I wanted it to have a soft body, very soft, huggable baby body. I did not want the reborn doll, which I know it doesn't have a cloth body on the reborn dolls, but I would have been really good with getting her a reborn, or, a like reborn doll. She's going to be 8. And I think she would take care of it. I wouldn't get her the expensive one, but like the knockoff reborns, I wouldn't have a problem getting her that. But a lot of people think those dolls are creepy looking. And my daughter-in-law said, no way. She said that like a year and a half ago about getting her a reborn doll one year for Christmas. She said, no, those dolls are creepy. I think they're kind of cool because they look so baby-like, but that really does creep out a lot of people. So I got an eyelash in my eye, so please pardon me for messing around with my eye. I keep thinking I get it, and then I feel it again. So I bought her this doll. I got it at Walmart, and she meets all the requirements except for the hair. She has no hair. But my oldest granddaughter had a doll just like this doll, and she named her Sylvie, and she loved that doll so much. And it's so soft and squishable on the body. Like, you can hug it, you could sleep with this doll, no problem. Her eyes do close. And she had an elephant on her clothes. Like, how can I not buy that with an elephant on its clothes? I mean, isn't she cute? And she's the right size to be like baby size. So if Avery is like, you bought me a creepy looking doll, I will keep it for myself for making baby clothes, doll clothes for her, and I'll take her shopping and get her a different doll that she likes. But I also bought, stuff to go with it, bottles and blah, blah, blah. But I thought this is a good size doll as a newborn. Like it's newbornish size, maybe even a little, I don't think big. So for our vacation, I decided that I would make some doll clothes. And I wanted to make a sweater or a dress for my new great niece that's being born, and the baby shower is this month. And I had made a blanket. The teal and gray is the colors of, supposedly the colors of the nursery. Even though I went to their registry and they're buying everything in pink, and I made a teal and gray blanket. Oh well. So I thought this doll would be a good doll to try to size baby clothes onto, to see if I'm not making them too small. If it fits this doll, I don't think they'll be too small for a newborn. And so I'm going to practice, like, make something for the doll, and if it doesn't turn out, if it doesn't turn out, it's for the doll. It's not that big of a deal. And if I got the pattern pretty good, then I will make another one for the baby in the colors of the baby. Pink and girl. Well, it's girl, but baby girl. So that's why I'm showing you the doll, because I have picked out some patterns from Bag O' Day. And the first thing that I'm looking for things to crochet in the car on our trip. And she has a baby bunting cocoon. It's got 3 buttons down the one side, and it's hooded. And that's so cute. She's using a worsted weight yarn and a size 6mm hook. I have this Millens that's like Pipsqueak. And Avery told me that her favorite colors right now, because she changes. She gets moody about her color selection. And so right now her favorite colors are yellow and pink. And like I said, these are Millens, and I think it's Pipsqueak. So this is the first skein, and they got yellow, so you can see it's yellow and pinks and whites, and there's some orange in there. So I think this will make a real cute bunting, but it's, they say, I know this is supposed to be like a 3 or a 4 weight, but it's all that fuzz, the actual, like, yarn part of it, the string is like a size 1. So I'm pairing it with this scrap I have of Bernat Baby Soft, or Bernat Baby Sport. I got this one time on clearance at Walmart, I think, for like $1 or $2. because it didn't have the real label and it's all looking like that. But I'm putting them together, and I think I have other 3-weight mill-ends in white. If I run out of this white, I'll use those, because you really can't see the yarn specifically, the white yarn, because it's all kind of up inside the pink. But it's soft, it's fuzzy. I think our Avery is going to love the bunting made out of this. And it's a real easy pattern. It's like a 2-row repeat. So I got it started, and I thought I'm going to see if I can, if this will be a good crochet in the car project. And it will be a fantastic crochet in the car project. We have an 8-hour drive each way. So this is my crochet in the car project. I am bringing a little like eyelash kind of yarn, maybe to go around the face part, because Avery thinks that's really cool when I put that kind of stuff in there on her projects. So that is the first thing that I've started, and that I'm taking. So I got to take the doll so that I can size it. But that's the first project that I'm making for in the car, and I'm really excited about that. And it's living in my Gia Yarn Nut bag, so I'm excited about using that bag. Let me get this out of the way. Then I also started, I'll show you the other stuff I'm taking, but I also started, I have these issues with the scrap yarn. I need to get rid of it. I need to organize it. I need to not have it in bins and baskets all over my house that I can't see. I'm getting into this organizational stage. I don't know why. Like, I want everything organized. And my house has no closets. There's no real storage. It's hard to organize things here. But we have 35, we just had our 35th wedding anniversary. We have 35 years worth of crap. We've cleaned out a lot of crap after the youngest son moved out. We went through and emptied out, like the attic was completely empty. There was like, there was some crap. I used to do sublimation business from my home. So the sublimation press was up there, and a coffee table was up there, and pretty much everything else was empty. And then we emptied not the storage part of it, but the main rooms part of it. The room that's now Chloe's room and the room that's now my studio, mostly empty. And then we cleaned out the basement, got rid of a lot of crap, and I don't know, over the last 5 years, we got a lot more crap back in those spaces. Like, oh my God, I can't seem to get rid of crap. So that I'm in the let's get rid of mood, but I can only do it during the winter, because in the summertime we're at the camper all the time, and I'm not like getting into big projects. The moving around of all this stuff up into the attic was a big project, and it's almost done. And then we need to, get rid of crap. So getting rid of yarn. And it's not that yarn is crap, but I found that I had this bag. I was using the Gia Yarn Nut bag, and I'm putting all the bulky yarn in there, 5-6 weight yarns that I have. Not a ton of them. I haven't used any bulky yarn. Last Christmas I made a lot of scarves and hats for everyone. I didn't do that this year. And I used bulky yarn because the pattern that I liked for the scarves was like a 1-hour shawl or something, and you put pom-poms on it. Really cute. I don't remember the pattern, but Linda, just a crochet sister, made it and said, oh, you should try this, and I did, and I made like 35 of them. It was last year or the year before, I can't remember. The year before. And anyway, I don't think I've used bulky weight yarn since then, but I have a lot of scraps because I made like 35 hats and scarves and some blankets. And so I had scraps. Now wait, let me show you this side, because I don't think, oh wait, this side doesn't have any, I don't know if it matters. So I've never done a complete granny blanket before. So I thought, oh, I'm going to make a granny square. Because my Gia the Yarn Nut bag was overflowing with a whole nother, like up past the top. I had 2 bags that I was using. Let's see. I'm crocheting this way. And so this is the front. Anyway, I'm almost to the end. I have maybe 5 or 6. This was supposed to be my crochet in the car project. And I thought, well, I'll just work on it this one night. I was tired, and it's simple and easy. You don't need to think about making a granny. I'm making it rectangle. I think I showed it one time already. Oh, so it goes this direction. I guess this is the width of it. And I'm using up my scraps. And so I decided to do rectangle so it can like lay on the back of the couch. I think rectangle is better for a single person to throw over themselves, like on the couch. You go more length, you know. So I decided to make it rectangular. And if you do the granny, you get a lot of, like, I think your yarn goes far because you've got all these holy spaces. And I know, like the bag, well, it's this bag. And so it was filled up to, like, you couldn't close the handles. I had an extra bag sitting on top. And that's how much yarn was in there. And as I'm trying to work with it, I moved it to this bag because it holds more yarn. And I'm down to, like I said, like 5 or 6 little balls. So I'm going to probably end up finishing this before I go on vacation because why not? But it is another work in progress that I started for the purpose of crocheting in the car. And we went to the ice festival yesterday, and I did crochet in the car. So I did accomplish that, and I put 2 colors on. I don't think any colors that are going to go all the way around anymore. And it'll be as big as it is, and that's how big it's going to be because that's how much big yarn I have. And I feel real proud of myself. If it's ugly or not, it's a scrap blanket. I tried it first to like want to color control it, and then someone said use the smaller balls first while it's smaller. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, except I didn't start with a small ball. I just kept going. And now I'm just like grabbing them as I go, and I don't care if it's a 5 or a 6 weight. I'm just adding it in, and that's what it's looking like. I have a white, a black, a red, maybe some blue, and the gray that I'm working on. And I'm using I think the pink, a 10 millimeter maybe. I don't know where my hook is. It's in this bag somewhere. And I'm using up lots of scraps. Here it is. It's my Clover 8 millimeter hook. That's what I'm using. And by the time I come back, it will definitely be done if it's not done before I go. I'm trying not to work on it before vacation because that's defeating the purpose of why I even started it. Besides that, I wanted to use up that scrap yarn. And like I said, I don't even care if it's ugly. Roy can throw it over himself. He doesn't ever care if it's ugly. And I really don't care if it's ugly. I don't think it's ugly. It's a scrap blanket, you know, it is what it is. So also to go on vacation, because I don't know how long working on that, working on the scrap blanket, it's not going to take long. I worked on it, was a 45-minute drive to where we went, and a 45-minute drive home yesterday. Like I said, and I finished 2 colors, so it's not going to take long to get that thing done. The snuggly, I don't know, you know, it's pretty simple and brainless, which is what I really wanted for traveling. But when those are completed, I wanted to make some more. That's what I'm taking is baby blanket stuff. So, as I said, Avery is liking, well, let's see, these are on top. The baby's room is teal and gray. So I have this, which is a Red Heart Bunches of Hugs, and it's teal, gray, and white. And I have the teal to go with it. They call this prints or something like that, I think. Oh, they call this Magical. It is a 4-weight. The patterns that I picked out from Bag O' Day require 4-weight yarn. So I have this. I have this as a coordinating color to go with it. It's called Capri. And same yarn. Let's see. The variegated has... Oh, it'll tell me yardage someplace. Oh, excuse me, someplace. It's got a really pretty pattern in the on the back ball band too. This is 678. Oh, excuse me, yards. I have the hiccups all of a sudden. The Capri, the solid colors are 948 yards, and I also have the gray, which is called Rain. So dresses for the baby. I'm not quite sure how I'll put them together, but we're going to do that. Then I have the same yarn in the color. This one is called Princess. And it's pinks and white and orange. And this is the orange color, which I think is called Shrimp. Yep. I know orange isn't one of her favorites, but it's a pinky orange. And then I have the baby pink, which is called Tutu. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to put those colors together to make dresses, but that's what we're going to start with, is the dresses, after the bunting. The bunting for the doll, because I think Avery's going to just totally love that bunting. So that's what's going in this bag. Then, because the baby likes teal, and we were at Walmart. Well, I don't know if the baby likes teal, but look at these bright blues. I totally love them. And so I'm going to take those. I got those at Walmart, and it's a 4 acrylic mainstay, 397 yards. I don't have that color, and it's more girly than some of the other like teal looking colors. And I know this Capri is kind of a blue. I mean, it's definitely blue, but if you're making it, a girl's gonna wear a blue dress. And then I found this one, and it doesn't. I'm not seeing color names on these. Oh, as I just find one. This is called Rose Fume, and it's their sparkly yarn at Walmart. And I've never seen it in this color, but I really liked the color and the metallic to it. The sparkle to it is like a purpley pink kind of color. And so I'm going to take that as well, just because I like it. Then I have this other bag over here. Yeah, I'm kind of going nuts over here. But, you know, I've made a doll dress before, or a baby dress. Actually, one of Bag O' Day patterns, baby dress. I made 2. And they really are a fast make. You know, if you can just sit down and crochet, I found that I think I didn't take long to make them, so I'm taking enough yarn to make a couple different variety. So I'm taking my little sewing kit with different colors of yarn and or different colors of thread, and I've got some little purple buttons in there that don't go with anything, but I have different colors of thread in here. I don't know where I got this from, but it's coming with me. It's got pins and I've got some white buttons in there. So that's got, it's a whole little teeny tiny sewing kit, because I have to sew buttons on. I don't think I have the buttons for the bunting, but the baby dresses require buttons sometimes. Why is that in there? That belongs in this thing over here. We'll put it, I can't reach it. We'll put it away later. So Avery also has an American Girl kind of doll, and it looks like this one. So I'm taking this doll because Pamela's Adoring Crochet has wonderful doll patterns. And she has gifted me some, and I want to make an outfit for this doll, and I want to make some jeans. So I just decided I'm going to take this scrap yarn, but this is a 4-weight, and I don't know if that'll work well. But I'm going to take it because it will make a pair of jeans for this doll. Like jeans and a shirt. And I am bringing, because I think this weight yarn. These are scraps, but I love this gray for a pair of jeans, a pair of pants. But I don't know if it's enough. So these are scraps that I'm taking for making doll clothes for that doll. So I have to take the doll to make the clothes. Then I am bringing, because it just screams baby, this is ice cream yarn from Lion Brand. And the colorway is Parfait. I just think this is so pretty. So I'm bringing this, but it's a 3 weight. And I think the Bag O' Day patterns that I picked out are 4 weight, you know, requiring a 4 weight yarn. But I'm bringing this because I totally love it. I probably won't even use it, and I'm probably way overpacking, but I wanted the option to use it if I could. And I'm bringing this. Wouldn't that be beautiful dresses? Oh my goodness. And this is a 4 weight mandala, however you want to call it. And the color is called Magic. And it's got the sparkle in there. And I'm thinking totally baby dresses. But I don't know that you're going to use a whole enough yarn in a baby dress to see all the beautiful colors. So that might end up being another bunting. Use the Pipsqueak bunting for Avery and use this in a bunting for the new baby. I don't know. Oh, I brought blue. I don't know. Add to. I don't know why that's in there. I brought this yarn this is Just Yarn Tweed. Again, jeans. But probably I'll just use this up first. I didn't know that I had this scrap until I went through my scraps to put them in the bag. So then I'm also bringing, because I'm trying to remember everything that I might need for making dresses. I have buttons, but they're mostly red and, I thought I had not mostly red and green buttons someplace. Not finding those yet, but you know, they might be over here. I don't know. I'm going to look for some more, but I have some just buttons because you need buttons. And I have some of these little roses to put on the dresses. And I have snaps because I think Avery would prefer a snap to a button as a closure on her doll dress. And then I have these eye hook things because maybe that would be better for the little one, for Avery. I mean, she can button, but you know, baby buttons are tiny, and I don't want her to get aggravated with the clothes and rip stuff. And then I found that I have these buttons, which I don't know if they're big enough. But if I did a bunting for the baby in this sparkle yarn, and they're doing the baby's room, like I said, in the baby sea creatures with the teal and gray, and baby sea creatures. Look at that. They got stars and mermaids and dolphins, I think. And shells. So sea creature-y, right? I have to use these for the baby. And whatever thing I do for the baby. So I'm bringing all these little notion things because I need those, I think. Then I picked out this yarn for Ariane, or for Avery, because it's pinks and girlies and yellow is in there. This is just a Dreamweaver yarn, which is, you can't get it anymore, but it's real soft. This is a real soft yarn, and it's like a light 4, maybe 3 weight. So I thought that was pretty. And there's a bunch of that in there, but it's just, I just grabbed the package off my thing. And pinks and yellows. So this is all Hobby Lobby, Yarn Bee, and that's Soft Secret. You know, they're soft, because the patterns that I picked out from Bag O' Day, I think I picked out 3 patterns. I bought her flash drive when it was on sale one time, and I downloaded some of the patterns to my laptop so I can just even, you know, pull up while we're driving if I wanted to, and like review the patterns. So I think 2 out of the 3 that I downloaded, she's made with Karen Simply Soft. So I thought this yarn is perfect. And I also brought some cream and white. Of the same type of yarn. This is Soft and Shiny. I think this is the stuff, loops and threads. So this is the Michaels, and this is more in Yarn Bee. So that's the yarn I picked for baby dresses for crocheting along my trip. What do you guys think? Did I overpack? Probably. 2 bags full of yarn is probably way more than I'm going to use to make baby and doll clothes while I'm on vacation. But you never know what the mood's going to grab you when you're crocheting. You might be like, oh, this yarn is really pretty, but not into it today. And so you might, and I might not, this is 3-weight. So I did not download patterns that require a 3-weight yarn. So I might not use that at all. But it's just so pretty. I really want to use it. And it's not a cake, so it's just variegated. Probably, I wish it had a workup thing, how it works up. Because probably making something out of this would be better than not using a full cake of something else. I don't know. But I really and truly love these colors, and that should be something nice and special, in my opinion. My humble opinion, that's what I think. So that's, and this 3-weight yarn, I was thinking for the Pamela's Adore and Crochet patterns for the doll clothes. Because the doll clothes will be the last thing that I make, because you know, the child is getting this doll for her birthday and accessories for this doll, so clothes for this doll would be more important than clothes for the doll that, you know, the other doll that she already has. Oh, then we had a giveaway. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I should have done this a while back. We did have a giveaway for the Amigurumi. Thanks for hanging out all this time, because again, you know, I don't make a video for a couple of days, and then I got so much to say. It just takes a couple of days to build up. So anyway, we did have a winner for the patterns, and I picked it, and I will insert the video in the you know, right at the end here of the actual drawing. But Judy from Witch Piece Craft was the winner. So yay, Judy. She said something about being, you know, loving all the patterns. It would be hard to choose. Well, guess what? You don't have to choose. You're going to get them all. I said that in the little clip that I think I have your email address. I have it from the videos. If you want the prize, you know, you want the patterns, she's going to send you a PDF. For the 3 patterns. If you want them to go to a different address than Witch Piece Crafts email, let me know. Just email me at charmedgrammycrochet@gmail.com, and I'll let Anita know. And I will get those out to you in the next day or two. I'm going to PayPal Anita today, and I'll give you a day to get back with me about if you want them to go to a different email address. And then you'll have to, you know, send me that. Otherwise, I'll have her send it out to you before the end of the week. You know, I'll have her send them out to you. And I think that's it. Don't forget, get in. I think I only have like 13 or 14 entries into the garland make-along for February's crochet calendar. It doesn't have to be the garland from the calendar. Any garland will do. You have till the end of the month. On the 1st, it'll be cut off. I will be away on vacation, so I'm probably not going to put up that video of the winner until the end, until I'm back. Only because I don't know if I will have internet access to do the random comment picker. Or I don't need a random comment picker to upload a video even. I mean, I could do it on my data. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on what's going on. I mean, I'm on vacation, so I don't want to hold myself to that. And the March crochet along will start on March 1st. I haven't even really looked at it too much to know what's going on for that because I've been too busy trying to pick out doll dress material or yarn. So that's where I'm at. That's what's going on. Congratulations to Judy. Don't forget Amigurumi Wars. Don't forget the crochet alongs. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching, subscribing, all that stuff. I appreciate you all for coming here and spending time with me. This has been a longer video again. I know some of you really like that, and for those that don't and still stuck it out, yay, thanks. I appreciate that a whole bunch. I don't know if I'll be seeing you much in the next 10 days, but I'm fine and I'm on vacation if you don't see me. Have a great day. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so I have added the URL, filter duplicate users, get comments, 109 unique comments. So let's see who the winner is. Excuse me. And the winner is Judy at Witch Piece Crafts. Yay, congratulations, Judy. I believe I have your email address. And I will get those patterns out to you. Yay, everybody congratulate Judy.